What up? I'm back. We finally hit the middle of week 8. That means it was Sunday games. Yes, we start off with the Dolphins and the Falcons. And the Falcons without the man, Michael Penix, or ass, their last 10 to 34. The Falcons lose, giving the Miami Dolphins now being 2-6. Tua Tagovailoa played exceptionally well. He went 20 for 26, 205 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then Zach Wilson came in. Remember him? Well, he had one pass. That's it. Devontae Achen had 18 carries, 67 yards. Ollie Gordon II had 10 for 46. And Jalen Ward had 9 for 28. Kalen Waller led in receiving. He had 5 receptions, 99 yards, 1 touchdown for him. Malik Washington had 4 for 36, 1 touchdown, 5 for Achan. He had 24 yards and 1 touchdown. 1 for Ali, he had a touchdown that went 20 yards. As for the other team, that's right, the Falcons. Kirk Cousins is terrible. 21 for 31, 173 yards. Didn't do much. B.J. Robinson had a down game. He had 9 carries, 25 yards. Nathan Carter had 2 for 14. Tyler Algier had 4 for 4. Went into the end zone. The only one. Kyle Pitts had the most receptions and receiving yards. He had 9 for 59. 3 for Hodge. He had 31. Casey Washington had 1 for 25. And Daniel Mooney only had 1 for 11. What can I say other than complete other domination by the Miami Dolphins? This Dolphins team is iffy. Like they can win games or be close, but then they lose because of their shitty defense. I don't even know what to say other than just fucking terrible play by the Falcons. And they need their guys back because this is insane. They beat the Bills and haven't played good after that. It's insane to think about that. you know. Speaking of saying the Ravens. The Ravens? Yep, the Ravens. So the Ravens won 30-16. Caleb Williams went 25 for 38, 285 yards and an interception. DeAndre Swift went 11 carried, 45 yards and 1 touchdown, while Caleb called his number 3 times, had 24 yards, and number 25 Mungay had 7 for 24. Rome Doze had his best. Had a game. Rome had 7 receptions, 114 yards, and DJ Moore had 4 for 73. But it was the Ravens, and it was all this man. Tyler Huntley came in, and Tyler Huntley probably is the guy that they should have originally started with. I don't know why they didn't. He went 17 for 22, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry probably had a great game. He had 21 carries, 31 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers had 7 receptions, 63 yards. And it was Charlie Kolar, that had 1 reception, 10 yards, and went into the end zone. What am I gonna say? But just where did the Bears went? Like, where you? And I mean, the Ravens should be good. They should be good. They lost all defense, and without Lamar, they're just kind of iffy. But where did the Bears went? Like, y'all should be better than this, and y'all just blah. Like, y'all suck. Man, it's embarrassing to think about this. Like, the Bears, 4-3, and what are they? Third still? Not division. Oh my god. Yeah, third. They're fucked. They're fucked. Where are we? I was happy. Jets finally win a game. They went 39-38. Justin Fields somehow became a quarterback. That's right, he became a quarterback. Justin Fields went 21 for 32, 244 yards, 1 touchdown. Breece Hall even had a goddamn pass and that went to the end zone for 4 yards. Speaking of Breece Hall, he went 18 carries, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Davis had 7 for 65, and freaking Fields called his number 11 times. only got 31 yards out of it. Tyler Johnson had 3 receptions, 64 yards, 1 touchdown. Isaiah Davis had 5 for 44, 5 for 34 and 1 touchdown for Mason Taylor. As for the Bengals, though, well, Joe Flacco went 21 for 34, 23 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Sinja Peniel went 9 for 9 carries. God damn it. Speak or see today. 9 for 94, 1 touchdown. Chase Brown went 12 for 73, 1 touchdown. And Joe Flacco went 2 for 14 and 1 touchdown. Jamar Chase had 12 receptions, 91 yards. And it was T. Higgins with his 1 reception that went 44 yards into the end zone. Noah Fant had 3 for 41. Chase Brown had 3 for 32 and 1 touchdown. What can I say about I don't even know what to say. Yeah, let them come back and beat you. It's funny. You know, they scored 23 points in the fourth quarter. I'm a little disappointed in the Bengals. I come off an impressive win last week and shit the bed this week. To a team that it shouldn't even be close that you all won. But, look at, they beat the Steelers. Speaking of the Steelers, we got the number in a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about this game. 40-9. The Bills beat the shit out of the Panthers. I mean, it was expected. Speaking of that, Josh Allen went 12 for 19, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. Mr. Trubisky came in for 4 passes. He had 22 yards on 2 completions. James Cook had himself in a wild game. He had 19 carries, 216 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen had 3 carries, 7 yards, 2 touchdowns himself. Khalil Shakir had 6 for 88 yards and 1 touchdown. While Andy Dalton, I forgot it's Andy Dalton because Bryce Young got injured. Andy Dalton had 16 for 24, 175 yards and 1 touchdown. Yet this team needs Bryce. Speaking of that, Chuba Hubbard had 12 carries, 34 yards and 1 touchdown, while Rico Dahl had 8 for 54. 9 for McMillan, he had 99 yards, and just domination. It wasn't even a game. It was just complete other domination by the Bills. Beating on a weak team. But, you know, the most surprising one to me was the 49ers and the Houston Texans. Houston Texans won 26-15. 19. Mac Jones went 19 for 31, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Christian McCaffrey had his terrible game. He had 8 carries, 25 yards. Mac Jones had 2 carries and 23 yards. Joan Jennings had 4 for 45. Kendrick Bourne had 3 for 44. George Kittle had 4 for 43 and 1 touchdown. And Jake Tongs had 1 for 2 that went to the end zone. Speaking of that, the Texans, though, C.J. Stroud had 30 for 29, 318 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Marks had 11 carries, 62 yards. Nick Chubb had 17 for 53. C.J. Stroud had 7 for 30. Hudson had 569 and 1 touchdown, while Jalen Higgins had 4 for 34 and 1 touchdown. It was Jalen Knowles who had 5 for 63. Marks for 44 for 49. This game was surprising because I didn't think the Texans were going to win, but their defense really stopped the 49ers, and an impressive 49ers team in the last couple of weeks. So to really kind of see this game, it spells. I know they're 3-4 right now, but if they can keep playing like this, tell me not the Texans could come back and maybe make a run and probably give the Jaguars a run for their money in that division. We'll see, but it's going to be fun to see about that. I mean, not even the Jaguars. I'm thinking about the Jaguars. The Colts. But after seeing what the Colts did, it was us, my New England Patriots, versus the Browns. And the Browns, we won 32-13. God, I love this every week. Dylan Gabriel played like he'd always do, like a rookie. 21 for 35, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Who the fuck are you? Corley, Malachi Corley, with 1 for 31 carry. He went 1 carry, 31 yards. Quanshawn Johnson Jenkins had 9 carries and 19 yards. Dylan Gabriel had 1 for 13, and I'm not reading the rest. Hillen Fenton Jr. had 6 receptions, 62 yards, and 1 touchdown. Harold Fenton Jr. And then David Njoku, 4 for 37 and 1 touchdown. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, treats, though. Drake May had, 18 for 24, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Trayvon Henderson had 10 carries, 75 yards. Drake May had 7 carries, 50 yards. Ramondre Stevenson had 14 for 34. Matt Collins had 7 receptions, 89 yards. The man, Keyshawn Bonnet, who I think is the best receiver on the team, had 3 receptions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Stephon Diggs had 3 receptions, 14 yards, 1 touchdown. And Hunter Henry had 1 reception for 7 yards, 1 touchdown. Demario Douglas had 1 for 44, 2 for Austin Hooper. He had 38. And Ramondre Stevenson had 1 for 15. Damn, Robert Spillane finally did something. He got an interception, and Hawkins got his second. Okay. Back to what I was going to say. The Patriots need to learn to do this. Barely run the football. They run the football too much. It barely works. All right. Holy shit, we got a safety at the end. Did not notice that. God. What else? Like, it doesn't work because if you saw the first half, we only winning. We won. We went into halftime only scoring field goals. We had 9-7. Then in the third quarter, we finally said, you know what, we can throw the ball now. And I know Drake May threw an interception. Hey, I don't know how much he has. I think he had like 2 or 3 in the season so far. He gonna get like a little bit more, but I mean, not because we have to face more challenging defenses. But for right now, dude, like these run plays barely work. I know people are gonna be like, it's so different. Henderson, I know Henderson, and I know he had a fumble. Yeah, but he's still a rookie, so I mean, it's not really that bad. But at the same time, dude, it did not work. And as for the Browns, the defense really good. Still some things you need to fix on. A lot of that is the secondary. Passing is just more like you need more receiving help because you don't have a lot of it. Rushing, Junkins is good. It's just there's still some more that they need there. I know they tried to. Dylan Gabriel, he's not a bad quarterback. It's just there's no help for him, and that's what's gonna suck. I know people are like, well, then fine, put Shador in. Well, it's not gonna be it's not like they're gonna make a big difference if Shador Sanders comes in a fucking game. Sorry, it's not making a big difference. Still gonna be the same Browns team, but with Shador Sanders. Like, what are you gonna do? Come in through 500 yards and 5 touchdowns? No, he's gonna come in probably do one interception, 1 touchdown, and like have like 200 yards probably, or like 150. Same Browns team. They don't have any help. Speaking of no help, Eagles versus the Giants. Eagles win 38-20. Jackson Dart went 14 for 24, 193 yards, 1 touchdown. Tracy Jr. went 10 for 39. Jackson Dart went 6 carries, 17 yards, 1 touchdown. Cameron Scatterboo had 3 for 12. And Wellington Robinson had 3 for 48. Devontae Singletary had 1 for 28. Darius Slayton had 2 for 26. Daniel Dillinger had 1 for 21. Theo Johnson had 3 for 20. Yeah, I don't even know why I kept going. It's fucking Giants. Speaking of good, Jalen Hurts, he went 5 for 20, 179 yards, 4 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had his best game of the season, 14 carried, 150 yards, and 1 touchdown. 9 carries for Big Ace, Tank Big Ski. I don't know how to say his name. 104 yards. Devontae Smith had 6 receptions, 84 yards. Dotson had 1 for 40 that went into the end zone. He had Dallas Goedert went 3 for 28 and 2 touchdowns. Saquon had 4 for 24 into the end zone himself. Speaking of this, the most biggest part of the game is not only that Saquon had his best game against the Giants. It's not that, Josh Hurts played really well. I mean, like, he played exceptionally well. It's more or less the biggest talk of this game was Cameron Scatterboo, who I fucking said his name like the first couple of weeks of the season. He gets injured. It sucks because he's such a good player that for him to get injured like that, and most likely missing the rest of the season. I think he does miss the rest of the season. Kind of sucks. He was having such a great year and such an amazing, like he was really good. And to lose a big piece like that for this Giants team, it's gonna hurt them. But yeah, as for the Eagles, it's just, can you play like this all the time? Because if you really want to go back, especially to the Super Bowl, you need to play like this. Like, you need just Jalen Hurts, this Saquon. Like, you need A.J. Brown to play really well. Like, you need these guys. Now, who knows? You could be taken out by the Packers or the Lions or a Buccaneers, Speaking of the Bucks, 23 for 2020, the Bucks win 23-3. I mean, what can I say other than Baker Mayfield went 15 for 24, 152 yards. Sean Tucker went 12 for 42, 1 touchdown. Rashid White had 13 for 35, 5 for Tess Johnson, 43. Cade Otton went 4 for 40. Mecca Ibuka went 3 for 35. Rashad White went 2 for 26. I mean, both quarterbacks. Tyler Shuck had the most. Who started? Tyler Shuck or his name? Spencer Rattler. I was sorry, Spencer. Spencer Rattler went 15 for 21, 136 yards, 1 interception. Tyler Shuck went 17 from 30, 128 yards, and also 2 interception. Alvin Kamara had a shitty game. He went 6 carries, 21 yards. Rashid Shaheed had 9 for 75. Chris Olave 8 for 63. 5 for Jawan Johnson. He had 53. Yeah, other than complete domination, this game was boring. I mean, it was a bounce back game for the Bucks after losing to the Lions. So, I mean, I don't really blame anything on the Bucks. And the Saints, I mean, they're 1-7. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, they came out of a good game, too, like, 2 weeks ago against New England. And this is what you do? Like, they played that good, and they shit the bed here, kind of, and then they went back into form. Going back to form, the Titans played the freaking Colts, and wow, 38-14. There's not a lot to say about this week. It was mostly a lot of blowouts or boring games. Cameron Ward, 22 for 38, 259 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. TJ Spears had 9 receptions, 59 yards, 1 touchdown. Tony Pollard went 11 for 44. Jimmy Dykes went 9 for 93. Okolo. God, these names are crazy. 4 for 53. Aylmeyer went 4 for 52. And Gunnar Helms had 2 for 23 and 1 touchdown. As for the Colts, though, it was just all... Just look at this. 21 for 29, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns for Daniel Jones. But it was this man that really killed him. Jonathan Taylor, probably up there for MVP. 12 for 453 yards, 2 touchdowns. Michael Pittman Jr., 8 for 95 and 1 touchdown. Josh Downs had 3 for 39 yards and 1 touchdown. And also getting his 3rd touchdown of the game. Jonathan Taylor had 2 for 21 and 1 touchdown. Why can't Jonathan Taylor win the MVP? That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, the Titans, you need to fix something up. I mean, you're 1-7. I mean, it's you, Jets, and the Saints for first pick. Most likely, it's gonna be the Jets, then you, then the Saints. Probably in that order. You need wide receiver help is kind of crazy. I think you need a lot of defense because it's bad. It is real bad. Like, it's just so bad to watch. As for the Colts, this Colts team, if they keep playing like this, why not the Colts for representing the AFC, or why not the Colts for AFC Championship? You know, like they're one of the best teams. Speaking of another shitty game, 44-24, the Broncos beat the Cowboys. Prescott went 19 for 31, 188 yards, 2 interceptions. Joe Milton came into the game. He had 3 completions for four attempts, 58 yards, and 1 touchdown. Javonte Williams went 13 carries, 44 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Josh, um, George Pickens went 7 for 78. CD Lamb went 7 for 74. It was Jalen Tolbert that had 2 receptions, 47 yards, and 1 touchdown in the game. As for the Broncos, it was Bo Nix who played exceptionally well. He went 19 for 29, 247 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception though. J.K. Dobbins went over 100 rushing yards. He went for 15 carries, 111 yards. It was R.J. Harvey who went 7 for 46 and 2 touchdowns. They put Jerry Stidham in the game? God, I haven't seen that fucking guy in a while. Speaking of guys, Troy Franklin had 6 receptions, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Cortland Sutherland had 4 for 67. Pat Bryant had 2 for 41 touchdown, and 1 for Harvey. He had 5 yards on that touchdown, receiving touchdown. What can I say? But what's with the Cowboys? They're a little inconsistent. How do I say it? They're inconsistent. Like, they played good one game and then played like shit. It's kind of weird because I don't feel like they go week to week. Like, they'll go this week look like in a playoff team, and then one week looking like a goddamn team that we shouldn't even be talking about. And it's like, where are we going to get the real Cowboys? You know? Because which one is the real Cowboys? Is it the team that looks like shit every other week? Or is it the good team that plays, really good football? I don't know, but it's going to be crazy to see which one really shows up, especially in the most important months, like late November, December football. For the Broncos, though, you're winning that division, and it surely shows it. You're the best team in the AFC West, and, you played like it this week. You played really well. Bo Nix is a great quarterback. He should be up there talking about MVP voting. It's crazy to see that last year's draft class, Drake May, Caleb, Jalen Daniels, Bo Nix, a lot of those guys are basically making those impacts, especially the quarterbacks, like those 4 quarterbacks I just saw. Even J.J. McCarthy, when he was healthy, was making a pretty big impact. Michael Penix is making a big impact. Those quarterbacks make a big impact, and it's crazy to see that because you don't really see that with a lot of draft classes. So it's interesting to see that be the case, and it's fun to really watch. But as for this, the Broncos, freaking amazing to watch. If you're a Broncos fan, you're happy. As for that, the last game in the main event, it was the goddamn Packers versus the Steelers. It was the Aaron Rodgers revenge game, and the revenge was on the other side. It was the Packers who won 35-25. Jordan Love went 19 for 37, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns. Emmanuel Wilson had 11 carries, 61 yards. Josh Jacobs had 13 for 33, 1 touchdown. Tucker Kraft had himself an amazing game. He had 7 receptions, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Welcome back to the town. It was Christian Watson, who had 4 receptions, 85 yards. Rico Dobbs had 3 for 44. Malik Hurst had 3 for 29, and it was Satan Williams who had 8 for 1 touchdown. One reception for 8 yards and went into the end zone. As for Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron went 24 for 36, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. I am freezing. That's why I keep moving. Jalen Ward went 13 carries, 62 yards. Cranwell had 5 for 31. Roman Wilson had 4 receptions, 74 yards and 1 touchdown, while DK Metcalf had 555 and 1 touchdown. Calvin Austin had 4 for 28, and Jonnu Smith had 2 for 17. What can I say? But otherwise, pretty good game. I mean, this game was back and forth for the most part until the fourth quarter happened, and then the Packers said, "All right, we get bored." Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Tucker Craft getting his career day on National Tight Ends Day was fun to see that. But as it is, the Packers are probably a team that we kept hearing like after the Micah Parsons trade, like, oh, they're gonna go real far into the playoffs, real far, like this, do this, and they showing it. Yeah, they have games that they play a little iffy, but if they can play and play really well, why not the Packers go into a Super Bowl or go into the NFC Championship? Why not? They play well. I can see the Packers going against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game because they're real good. As for the Steelers, though, I mean, you lost back to back. You lost to the Bengals last week in a thriller. You lose to the Packers. I mean, they need a lot of help. I know trade deadline coming up, so that's where like most of these big time moves are gonna happen. And I can't wait to really see who a lot of teams really not only give up but make big moves on. Because I think the Steelers is gonna be a team that makes a really big move to get somebody to push them to that next level. Because right now, I mean, yeah, you're leading that division, but also, I mean, you're in the AFC North, which is a really shitty division right now. So there's not a lot of competition, and it's kind of sad to see. But I think the Steelers will make a big move to really push them into that next level. I hope New England does too. But who sees? Because I mean, Wolf sometimes makes moves, but sometimes I just be like, come on, man, do something. But yeah, that's it for now. Monday Night Football is tonight. Please just try to watch. I know it's like people are gonna be like, oh, I don't want to watch Monday Night Football because there's no Jaden Daniels and it's just gonna be an easy blowout game. You never know. I mean, have you seen the Chiefs this season? Like, they play inconsistent. So I mean, it could be one that's like, damn, the Chiefs really lost again. Marcus Mariota 3 touchdowns, 316 yards. If I have to read it tomorrow, dude, I'm gonna laugh. But that's it for today on this one. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. And just remember this: be glad that you're not a Jets fan. If you are, may God have mercy on your soul. Yeah.